just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now I don't blame him 'cause he ran and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought it was quite a joke. Got a lot of laughs from a lot of folk. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red. Some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hot and my wits got keen. I rode from town to town to hide my shame. Well, I made a vow to the moon and stars that I'd search those honky-tonks and bars and kill that man that gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July and I just hit town and my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. Had an old saloon and a street of mud. There at a table dealing studs at the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from the worn-out picture my mother had. I knew that scar on his cheek and leave alive. Well, he was big and bent, gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die." Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, he pulled the knife and cut up a piece of my ear. So I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed out on the floor and in the street, kicking and gasping in the mud and the blood and the beer. Well, I tell ya, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. Well, I heard him laugh and I heard him cuss. He went for his gun, but I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me, and I saw him smile. And he said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and it's that name that helped to make you strong. And he said that you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me, you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your gut and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the son of a bitch that named you Sue. What could I do? I got all choked up and I threw down my gun. I called him my pa and he called me his son, and I came away with a different point of view. And I think about him now and then, every time I try and every time I win. If I ever have a son, oh Lord, guess I'm gonna name him Bill George, anything but Sue. I still hate that name. Oh yes.